out and sealed. If some people open up in Olivia this weekend, but on Sunday, I'm also very excited to watch people drafting black-red vampires. So, something for you to be doing at home on Magic Online right now.
Hello there, Marshall Sutcliffe back in the booth here in Barcelona with Big Z, Matej Zadelkai, and we're ready to head down for the finals of this draft pod that we've been following on this first draft, and it should be an exciting and I think slugfest. Let's head down. Hello and welcome to coverage of Grand Prix Barcelona. Marshall Sutcliffe in the booth with Matej Zadelkai, and we're ready for round number 12 here. Matej, we've got the finals of this draft pod that we've been watching all day. Fabrizio and Terry, we got to actually watch him draft and commentate that. He's playing against Steve Rubin, and I know that Fabrizio went for a very aggressive build on his red-white deck. Now, Steve Rubin has an Olivia in his deck, and I'm assuming it's going to be aggressive with it, though I have to say the Thraben Gargoyle might betray that.
I'm surprised Fabrizio didn't have a one-drop because he has a triple Town Gossip Monger.
Yes.
And as well as the Thraben Inspector.
Yeah, he's got 5 one-drops in this deck.
Jeez.
Yeah, 16 lands. He ended up drafting a couple of top-end bombs, not playing them. He has a Drogskull Cavalry, Devil's Playground. Neither of those made the cut.
They're too expensive.
He also heavily skewed his deck towards the white end of the spectrum, such that he's only playing 4 mountains in the deck, and some pretty key cards. By the way, Griff's Boon is enabling a steady stream of attackers here, though he does have an issue.
He doesn't have a third land here. So
No.
And with a Blood Mad Vampire entering into red zone.
These things get out of hand.
Yeah. Attacking for 4, getting a +1/+1 counter. So 5/2 is already respectable. And I think Steve Rubin has a Murderous Compulsion here.
That would be fantastic here, though. It looks like he's going
to
to
the slaughter.
3 mana.
Oh, no. Oh, just a Vampire Noble then.
Okay, so he looks like he wants to just keep on attacking here.
And Fabrizio does have the third land.
Okay, that could be a big deal. Now, Fabrizio, I was alluding to this earlier, but he decided to go heavy white. He's got a Fiery Temper in his sideboard.
Oh, wow. So he just doesn't think he'll be able to get double red reliably, and he has no discard outlets as he plays a Dauntless Cathar here. So finally something that can trade with the Blood Mad Vampire and stem the bleeding a little. And I think I saw a Near Heath Chaplain in his hand, so if he gets one more land, he'll definitely stabilize on the ground.
Yes.
And I wonder if Steve Rubin can do something about the flyer, though. It's been chipping away
He's down to 11.
Yeah.
3 a turn. It adds up pretty quickly.
I really like Griff's Boon, especially in his Fabrizio's deck, because he has the triple Gossip Monger as well. So it's like that can get out of hand so fast.
Absolutely. And the immediate block here.
Ugh.
Oh, wow. Spiteful Motives here from Steve Rubin is going to lead to, I don't know if I'd call it a blowout, but a major setback here for Fabrizio as he needs to scramble, try to find that 4th land. And even then, he's going to have a really tough time if he doesn't have a removal spell here for this vampire.
Yeah, it has 8 power and first strike.
And it ain't getting smaller.
Not getting smaller, that's for sure.
Yeah, Fabrizio does have 2 copies of Near Heath Chaplain in his list as well, which are going to do good work against Steve, though it looks like in this game it may be too late for him. And he's also not hitting his land drop this turn.
Yeah, it's been a little unlucky. No one drop out of 5 in his deck. Couldn't place the third land on turn 3. It just really set him behind overall in the game. Even though Drifter into Griff's Boon is pretty sweet, it would have been better on a 1-drop. So he might even have double Near Heath Chaplain in his hand. Yeah, he plays 2. I think his deck's fantastic. I like his top end of the curve is the double Inspiring Captain.
And Nahiri.
Yeah. Even though Nahiri in his deck is a little strange.
Here's hope against hope, but it doesn't look amazing here. Can he actually squeeze out a victory? He's not dead on the crackback. No. This does get him in for 4. I don't know how he's going to get 3 creatures down next turn to get the win, though.
Yeah, he's going to go down to 2 from this attack, unless Steve makes his creatures bigger or anything. Steve's still a little ways off of activating that Thraben Gargoyle, but he has so many spells in his hand. I don't think he has a 5th land. I do see a Pyrehound.
Yeah.
Ever After. I think I saw Ghoul Caller's Accomplice too. Fabrizio better have something good here.
Maybe he's just playing for a pump spell.
A Gibbering Fiend.
Down to 1.
And a Gulka. Yeah, that's just way
All
too
right,
many
so this
creatures.
is it, though. But, I mean, he does. There are outs in his deck. He can find.
Okay, so he has that flyer. Oh, he has strength of the arms.
And he has strength of arms as well.
That's lethal.
Oh, my goodness.
That is lethal. Because he's going to get
He
+2,
did.
+2, so it's 4.
He found
it's
4 power.
It's lethal. It's exacties. So let's do the math again. 2/2 Drifter,
yeah.
+1 from the boon,
Yeah.
+2 from the hope. So that's 5, and
That's
strength of
5.
arms, that's 7.
Oh, my goodness. And Steve Rubin's
he eked it.
completely
He-
tapped out.
wow.
And Fabrizio steals the win here. Look at that. Look at that little smile on his face.
He's so happy with himself, isn't he?
Whoa, baby. So Slugfest is what we predicted, and it certainly delivered here. Fabrizio picks up game 1 from Steve Rubin.
Yeah, and
wow.
have you seen the setup? I really like the Fabrizio's plan. He played Hope against Hope, just as +1/+1, but it was exactly what he needed.
Wow, that was insane.
So this is, I think, Alexander Hayne on the left. He's playing against Rafael Levy on the right, and look at that. I think Raf Levy's deck is fairly solid. It's a very red heavy deck. It's a red heavy deck with some blue cards. He has some reckless colors and whatnot. Alex Hayne is like a blue-green deck with all the 3 drops. Alex's draft did not go as well, but he was reasonably happy. But look at that. Stensia Masquerade doing well with the Sanguinary Mages. I like Masquerade in this kind of deck. He has
Same.
he has 3 Bloodmad Vampires, I think. He also has an Ember Eye Wolf, at least one.
Yeah, Masquerade does good work with all those cards.
Yeah, and I really like it with the Sanguinary Mage too. Because of like just enabling it once. A 2/4 is already somewhat annoying, and look at that. Like Alex Hayne has to attack with a Solitary Hunter. The Gloom Widow is a really bad blocker, but this is firmly a race here. Let's see if Alex can bring it back.
This is a big turn for Alex.
Mm.
He also can take advantage. If he has bounce spells just to win, those type of cards can be a major setback for Raf.
No, he has only a compelling deterrence, but he has 2 creatures here, which is great in a race situation, especially because Raf has not been able to kill the Solitary Hunter.
Raf's the one who's down to 8 here, and that Stensia Masquerade might backfire on him here.
He's attacking. Uncaged Fury and something else? That would be amazing.
Alex could also just block.
Yes.
He's
Okay.
not going to, though.
Nope. So just attack for 4, hang them to 10, and Arsonist.
Get Seth Arsonist for Levy, which also works nicely with Stensia Masquerade just because it has a lot of power.
Yeah, exactly. I actually quite like Raf's deck.
Yeah, looks solid.
It's very creature heavy, but the support spells are quite... I mean, he has double Ghostly Wings, but it actually works 2 ways in his deck.
All right, let's jump back over to our main match.
Yeah.
I like where this is going, but I don't want to miss a turn of our main match because it might be over.
Exactly. Like Fabrizio can go like he did before. Turn 1, Town Gossipmonger. Turn 2, Inspector Gossipmonger.
By the way.
Oh, yeah, that's what he did. Only 1 Gossipmonger, then double Inspector.
And double Thraven Inspector. And no play here from Steve Rubin on turn 2?
Wow.
Oh, no. So
Fabrizio's
Incited Rabble
deck,
has arrived. The pitchforks and the torches are out.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a lot of damage here. Minimum of 4.
And I think Fabrizio drew another Town Gossipmonger. He also has a Spectral Shepherd. Like, this is so aggressive. This is exactly the type of white-red deck you want to do, right? The 1-drops, and Town Gossipmonger is the best one of them. And just in general, like being very aggressive,
Yes.
trying to get value. Does Steve Rubin have an Olivia here? It's his best card, but so far he's being very outclassed by Fabrizio's insane white-red aggressive
Yeah,
deck.
this super low curve deck, and a Noble here is not going to get the job done. Fabrizio decided to crack a clue rather than get in for an extra damage. He wants to make sure that those land drops keep flowing. And he is, in fact, going to hit his 4th mana here. It even has an option on playing a mountain if he'd like.
Yeah, what's interesting about Fabrizio is that he actually has Nahiri's Machinations in the sideboard and decided not to play it, even though he does have the mountains. I would imagine in such a deck it would be good.
Yeah, the problem is just that he's only playing 4 mountains, and I think he just doesn't think he can reliably activate it often enough.
Yeah, but it's still pretty good with like Incited Rabble, just given indestructibility.
It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I fully thought he was going. He wheeled it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. It's very easy
I know,
to wheel.
it's basically a gold card, and so nobody else wanted it. He got it back. It looks like the Noble's going to take down one of the Inspectors, and 3 damage is going to sneak through here.
Yeah, it's very aggressive.
Wow,
I'm
near
surprised.
Heath Chaplain as well as follow-up for Anteri. He can also get that Gossip Monger transformed.
I'm a little surprised Steve didn't want to trade with the Rebel here, but I guess he just wants to build up a board, and just trading here just wouldn't be very good. So he can do that probably following turn. If he can also play a good blocker here, it looks like he might have just a Pyre Hound, which is a good card in the abstract, but Steve Rubin's deck, already having seen Vampire Noble, I'm not as happy as Fabrizio. You called it Fabrizio's deck a 3-0, right?
Yes.
Look at that.
I said we'd see him in the finals, and here we are. He's one game away from having won this first draft, putting himself at 11-1 with one draft to go on a possible march to the top 8. He does need to finish off Ruben here, though, if he's going to get to that point.
Inspiring Captain here would be brutal. He has 2 of those.
He does.
I'm surprised he didn't play Unruly Mob before combat. Because
did he actually play an Unruly Mob?
I think he plays one, yes.
Oh, okay. He
plays one.
He passed about 100 of them in the draft.
I think Pierre Dajan received at least 3 of them among like the last 3 cards in the pack, and pack 3.
Okay, well, there's some blocks incoming here.
Steve Rubin has some really weird cards in his deck. I mean, he might have just boarded in because he feels he needs it, but I'm pretty sure I saw the Shambleback 1 mana exile card, get a zombie. Yeah, I think he boarded it in. I think he just wanted something cheap.
It doesn't really count though, does it?
Yeah, but I mean, he can play something in trade, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. If he is expecting to trade off a lot.
Yeah. There's the pump.
Pump this for the trade. You take 2 damage. These other 2 creatures trade off. And, I got to say, that could have gone a lot worse for Ruben here.
Yeah.
Like, he's still behind, but I think he's going to be relieved that all happened the way he wanted to.
Yeah, Fabrizio also has a 3/3.
Yep, so the pressure continues to mount here for Fabrizio, though I have to say Ruben's at 11. If he has a nice big play here to help stabilize his board, he might be in business.
No, I think he's going to go for the Thraben Gargoyle here. There's a Shambleback, so
he could do Shambleback, Gargoyle, and a 2-drop. That would be interesting.
I don't think he has one. The other option was the Cursed Witch. I think I would have liked to have played the Cursed Witch over the Stallion the previous turn. He's going to exile the Chaplain here. That's good.
Yeah.
It's great, actually.
Hey, he got some value.
That's why he boarded it in. He saw the Dauntless Cathars and the Chaplains, and it's somewhat cheap. And now he's able to play the Gargoyle as well. Yeah.
He just doesn't have another play to make. That is disappointing.
Yeah, he could play a Crow of Dark Tidings, but that actually matches very poorly on this board. And he has 2 4-drops in his hand, so...
Oh, he does have another play here.
Senseless Rage.
Okay, so now he's got a 4/4.
Okay.
And a 2/2. Is he stabilized his board?
I don't think so. No, because like Fabrizio can has to attack with the Rabble.
Yeah.
And they can just trade with the Shambleback with just 2 pumps. And like Fabrizio still has the Clue, has so many spells in his hand, and Steve Rubin's like running out of gas load. He can only play 1 spell a turn.
Okay. Well, he played 3 last turn, so
yeah.
it wasn't bad.
He's stuck with a couple of four casting cost cards.
But Ruben, at least as the board sits, is taking no damage this turn.
Yep. That Shambleback was actually really good.
I mean, he's still going to get 2-for-1 here.
Sure, but
you're right. The fact that there's no 2 spirit tokens to contend with, that's a big deal.
Yeah, especially because Steve's deck seems a little soft to fires.
Definitely.
Yeah, Fabrizio, he has to attack with the...
Right.
I think this is exactly the kind of matchup where I think the Machinations would be very good.
Seriously.
Because
wow, look at this. The Wolf is coming in, so Steve Rubin has the opportunity to block the Wolf here. Now, he would take a big hit.
Do you think he's bluffing?
I don't know.
Would you bluff in this spot?
I would not. I feel like Steve Rubin's not in a position where he has a lot of choice. Like, he feels a lot of pressure, and he's probably going to have to make, the play with the highest upside, even if it carries a lot of risk. So I tend to try not to bluff in those situations. I'd prefer to bluff where my opponent has the opportunity to take a choice like that. Let's see what Steve comes up with here. This is an interesting spot.
I think he's really afraid of Strength of Arms.
Okay.
That's why.
He's seen the card in the last game, so it makes sense.
So
And this does a nice job against it.
To be fair, I think Fabrizio is the type of guy that would be willing to bluff in this spot.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Interesting.
We'll see if
he is going to sneak through some extra damage here.
Yeah.
But at the cost of what? That's the question. Let's see what he's got here. He's already tapped 2 mana. Is that just for a pump? No, he's going to sacrifice a clue here in combat.
Okay, so he's going to kill the gargoyle here. And Steve's going to take 2.
Interesting.
So I think it was a stone cold bluff.
It was a straight up bluff. It actually ended up working reasonably for Fabrizio because he did get to kill a creature.
Yeah, and he's still keeping up the 1 mana. You know, like playing the 6th land in this spot. Usually you wouldn't do that, but I think just Fabrizio, Steve Rubin can think like, oh, he didn't want to spend the strength of arms here because it wouldn't be a good deal anyway. So he can still probably have it for next turn. Yeah, I think Fabrizio's playing it really well.
And Fabrizio doing a good job of representing that spell here and really selling it.
Yeah.
You know, since the double block happened, he wouldn't have cast it in that scenario anyway.
Yep. Steve Rubin did draw a land. I think he might go for the Accursed Witch here. Because that one trades reasonably well into the rabble.
Sure. And even lets him start chipping back up.
Exactly.
And
that's what he needs, especially in the face of the flyer.
Yeah.
On the board.
He's considering an attack here, Matej.
Against 23 life of Fabrizio? No, I think this is also... maybe Steve Rubin's compelled to bluff himself now a little, you know, like try to get some extra information. No, he's...
Wow.
He's swinging.
It's aggressive.
Jeez.
Down to 19. Fabrizio can't take it quickly enough.
And he doesn't even play the land.
He doesn't play his land for the turn either. So here's the Accursed Witch. This is a big turn. If Fabrizio can get rid of that witch, it's a lot of damage. If he can't, he's still going to get in for 3 most likely, or at least 2.
Yeah. I think probably just for 2.
Probably just the 2. No, he's in. Fabrizio plays one way.
He's playing the strength of arms game.
Indeed.
I'm really surprised Steve actually attacked on his turn. Like, I understand he wants to prize in Fabrizio to just attack with everything here so that he gets the witch transformed.
But it is costing him precious life total here.
Indeed. Yeah, Fabrizio just wants to rebuild his board. He has the Militant Inquisitor in his hand, and I think one more 3-drop. Or I actually played the Shepherd, so I don't really know what else he has on the board. Okay, so it's 4 mana. It's another Chaplain.
Okay, that's pretty nice.
That's gonna, I think, put Steve again on the defensive with a senseless raged zombie.
For sure.
There's a Ghoul Caller's Accomplice, but also a 3-mana spell. It's a crow. Okay, so he has something to do. Yeah.
Well,
like, to be honest, Steve's deck, I'm sure he's already somewhat happy at being at 2-0. Like, he does have Olivia, and like his creature seems like fairly aggressive, but it's not a good deck.
No, he's playing some pretty subpar cards. He's been able to piece them together. I mean, Steve's an excellent player, so
that
it's not
too,
a shock. But this could be a tall order against a player of Fabrizio's caliber.
And Fabrizio can slow down as well. He doesn't have the Rabbles anymore, which just force him to attack. And I think Steve can actually be aggressive here because he can also, now that he can play 2 spells a turn, has the Ghoul Call's Accomplice, he can trade efficiently here.
So he plays the Accomplice in the Crow, passes the turn back, make sure he triggers his curse here. Steve Rubin jumps up to 9, Fabrizio down to 14. This has been a sweet game.
Indeed. But the first one was great.
Yes.
Just Fabrizio having exacties on the last possible turn.
Yeah, who needs your 4th land anyway?
But that's one of the advantages of the red-white aggressive decks. Like, even with, you can easily get away with playing 16 lands, which Fabrizio is doing, of course. His curve is great.
Yeah, 5 1-drops. Really can punish players too when they stumble or if they have decks that kind of just don't do anything for a while.
Yeah, we saw some of them the previous round. It felt like, and on this table there were like a couple decks that were like had a really tough time breaking through any sort of reasonable defenses. So what are you going to do for Fabrizio? I think he has hope, and I think he does have the strength of arms. But I wonder what creature he's going to put the aura on, because I think that's the best play here. But put it on a flyer, make it into a 5/5 flyer. That's not bad. I think Fabrizio is one of the players who likes Hope for Hope.
Hope against hope.
Hope against Hope, sorry. Yeah, Hope against Hope, because it's been doing good work in these kinds of very aggressive decks. You can also put it on a human so that he gets some first strike action. Isn't it really good on the Chaplain? I think that's a human.
Yeah. And he's going to play the Militant
So
Inquisitor as well to add another creature to the battlefield here. And this is a big attack.
Yeah, just like last game, Hope against Hope. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control, and as long as it's human, it also has first strike. So it has first strike in lifelink. So it's actually 7 power now. So
that's a major issue here for Ruben.
yeah, the problem is, like, he can probably Steve Rubin could stall for a long while, but, like, you know, he has an accomplice, he can flash it back for a zombie and whatnot. But, like, how is he going to deal with such a big first striker?
Yeah, he needs to find an actual answer to this down the line.
Yeah, and let me have a look at his deck list. I don't think he has double Murderous Compulsion. That's the best he can do. He also have a Sanitarium Skeleton. I think Steve Rubin just took 7 there, fell down to 2, and I think Fabrizio should be on.
I think he blocked.
He blocked with the compass. Yeah, okay, you're right.
All right. A Pyre Hound. Make sure you trigger your curse. Sorry, we're making sure that our graphic gets back up there.
Yeah,
a little issue with it.
Yeah, especially with life total swinging left and right with that lifelinker. I think there was some
lifelinker and the curse. Yeah,
exactly,
just all over the place.
Yeah, so we're making sure that life totals are going to be correct soon.
And there's an Unruly Mob now, which adds yet another creature to the battlefield.
Yeah, it's tough.
Hope against Hope.
Tough spot for Steve, who really has to draw into one of the 2 Murderous Compulsions to get rid of a Chaplain. But even once he does, like, getting the flashback, as I like to call it, like getting 2 1/1 flyers for 3 mana with the Chaplain ability. Okay, he has Strength of Arm here, so there was no block, and
and that's
Steve is just dead. Yeah, like I don't really like not blocking here. Like, I think he should have blocked, but to just try to get more time. And we were talking about the Strength of Arms for the whole time.
Yeah.
And there were the attacks where it really signaled that Fabrizio does have the Strength of Arms. So at that point, Steve really should have expected it. But Fabrizio 3-0s the pod, and I think I would say blitzing is like the right word for it.
Yes, he went low to the ground and fast, and he got the job done. Let's jump back over to Alexander Hayne versus Raph Levy. Hayne lost the first game to Levy.
And Levy has one of my favorite openings.
So Levy ended up winning that game, huh?
Yeah. Crazy, right?
That's actually kind of absurd. When we left, it didn't seem like that was going to be the case.
Yeah.
But there we go, the Stensia Masquerade. And you were talking about earlier with the Sanguinary Mage here.
Yeah, he has double Ember Eye Wolf in his hand too.
Can play them both here?
Yeah, he could. They're not great on this board,
not doing a ton. But
yeah, Reckless Scholar already doing work for Alexander Hayne there. We also have the deck lists here. Yep.
Sanguinary Mage is going to attack. It's going to get blocked.
Yeah, just trying to buff. Look at it. Levy's already setting up with Magmatic Chasm for the long game. Alexander Hayne actually has no flyers in his deck. He has a Gloom Widow, which he can deal with flyers, like some bounce spells, a Rabbit Bite, and so on. But I think he's just going to be dead to a Magmatic Chasm if Raph manages to get like a big board presence. And look at that, like, Alex is not applying any pressure himself.
Yeah, Alex's deck didn't really come together super beautifully for him.
No. Like, last round was entertaining, where I think Alex played like maybe one of the other bad decks at the table, and they both just played a bunch of creatures, and neither player could really attack, and they were just milling each other out. Like, Reckless Scholar targeting you.
Target you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, Hayne had like 9 clues in play at the end of the game, but like he couldn't sacrifice because he was getting low on cards.
That's too funny. No finishers.
Yeah, it's like other. None. Yeah, nothing.
Hermit of the Natternals here for Hayne is his only play for the turn. He passes it back to Raph Levy, who's got the 2 Ember Eye Wolves, which don't really look great here.
No. It's interesting that Raphael Levy's deck is like 11 Mountain 6 Islands. He has 3 Nibulus of Dusk in his sideboard.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes. There were a lot of open at the draft. They were going around. Nobody wanted them. And I would imagine in Raphael Levy's deck it would be great, but you can see he prefers the red ones, like the Ember Eye Wolves, which look much less impressive. But when his plan is Stensia Masquerade and the Ghostly Wings and stuff like that, and I can see why he leaves those Nibuluses in the sideboard.
Right, he's going to attack with this wolf here. He's got an activation available.
Yeah, I like this. I mean, he'll probably chip in just for 1 or 3. Probably not going to go full-blown. Like, but yeah, Hain probably has a trick here. So I assume Raph would just pump twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
going to get
deterred.
Yes.
I love that art, by the way.
No zombies here.
Yeah,
right?
no, not yet. Alex has 2 in his deck and Stitch Manglers, but that's about it.
Okay.
I love how the zombie jumps up from behind the fence.
Boo.
Yeah. Discard a card.
Yeah. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
Uh,
Get out of here.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so that gets fun. But I think that's a good use of mana for Raph Levy as well. I mean, it's fine. He trades, like, he's not behind on tempo, right? There's a 2/4 Sanguinary Mage holding down the fort. And look at Alex's board. It's bunch of 2/4s, 3/5 now.
Yeah, he just passed and transformed into Lone Wolf of the Natterknolls here. Just a big blocker.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing a good job of prolonging the game here.
But this game is again looking like something that the board will stall out, and if Raphael Levy gets to resolve the Magmatic Chasm, the game might just be over. I know Alexander Hain plays a broken concentration.
He does. That's true.
And he already has a Reckless Scholar in place, so he's digging to it and can like get the value off of it as well. So
that's true. I haven't seen anybody madness that one yet.
Alex did, yeah.
He did already?
In the previous round, yeah.
What is this?
Confirm suspicions? No, it's Welcome to the Fold.
Welcome to the fold.
Oh, so he wants to steal the Sanguinary Mage? Yeah. It's according to toughness, and Alex madnessed it out for 4.
For 4? He did it for the full 4. He needed it.
So that was good.
Yeah.
Now he has a chance, maybe. If he can manage to deal with the Wolf Army. That just sounds like college.
The Wolf Army?
Yeah, like, what do you call them?
A mascot?
Yeah, or like the Brotherhood and Sisterhood. What do you
a sorority or
a sorority,
fraternity?
yeah, something like that. The Wolf Army.
The Wolf Army. I've never heard of a fraternity called the Wolf Army, but I'm interested.
Yeah, I mean, like, for sure the mascot of that college team is a wolf, obviously.
For sure, yeah. All right, so Clue's going to get cracked, and Mysteries of... Or Urvenwald Mysteries, it looks like, is going to be the play for Hain here.
That card has been doing some work.
It has. I got a chance to see the deck of your teammate, Martin Mueller.
Okay, yeah. How many does he play?
4.
Yeah. And he doesn't even have that many creatures.
No, he had 11.
Yeah.
I asked him. I looked at his sideboard. I said, maybe we could trade out one of these for another creature.
No,
he said maybe.
No, but he said, like, I don't even need the creatures are not that important. So many of his spells are like investigate cards, so he's going to get the 1/1s anyway. So
they are effectively his creatures?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, this deck was cool.
he did win the first round. I asked him, like, how do you first round? He's like, I crushed him. That apparently, like, he had 2 or 3 Overwhelmed Mysteries and made like 6 tokens at the end of the turn.
It's absurd.
Yeah. So there's a Voldaren Duelist.
Yeah, so that means that the Drownyard Explorer cannot block.
Yeah, and his attacking creatures have first strike, so.
And one of them's even a vampire as well.
Yep.
And that's actually going to prompt a chump block here from Hain. He doesn't want that duelist to get bigger than the Drownyard Explorers for next turn.
Yeah, Raph has to be in a spot where he really wants to like keep drawing lands, just to be able to play the Magmatic Chasm and able to pump the wolves enough. At least he has 8 power creatures in play already, which is great.
Is he going to go for like a one shot here? Like, is he going to try to actually just get Hain from 15 to 0 here?
Yes, I think so.
Hain's going to crack a clue, make a human, and that's that Ulvenwald Mysteries working its magic. Now, these may just be chump blockers, but that's pretty important. And it looks like Alex is considering just passing the turn here. No, he's going to attack.
Well, he should attack into a bunch of 1/2s.
Of course.
He can still chump block with his 1/1 tokens.
Yep.
And he still has the 2/4 as well. It's back online.
The Hermit's the only thing that gets in there. He's actually going to play a spell this turn also. It looks like he may.
Lambhole Pacifist. No, it's Ravengauger and Lambhole Pacifist.
Okay, so the shields, they are firmly up here for Alexander Hayne, but as you've been mentioning, the card that really starts to come to mind is that Magmatic Chasm now.
I love that card. It's people just don't rate it, but I think in some decks it's actually a main deckable card.
I think so too.
Especially in these sorts of red decks.
Yeah, red-green decks like it too.
And there's the damage that he needs.
Now this is a big one here for Raph Levy. He's found a Gatstaff Arsonist, and that can actually start attacking. None of his other creatures can currently get through what Hayne has, but given the Stensia Masquerade, giving it first strike, 5 power actually is enough to at least prompt a massive block from Hayne or make him start chump blocking at some point.
I would like... Ooh.
Oh, hello.
Okay,
Tireless Tracker. This could get out of hand very quickly. Now he's got Tracker with Ulvenwald Mysteries.
Yeah, so every land you play, you get a clue. Every clue you sack, you get a token and a +1 counter and the card, of course. But to be fair, I think Alex Hayne just might be dead this turn.
He might just die to the...
If Levy has a land, I think there's lethal. Because if you look at the power on board, there's 5 from the Arsonist, 6 from the 3 power guys, so that's already 11.
That's 13.
13 on 1 pump, so he's actually just dead. Because he can't... he has to draw into Broken Concentration and hardcast it. He kind of manas it out. Yeah, and he even drew the land
Here we go. Let's find out.
He can start off with... No, he's doing the math. I think Rav also drew a Tormenting Voice here. That's why he's maybe thinking. No, he's gonna Chasm here.
All right, play the Chasm. He has lethal. So now Alexander
Oh,
Hayne,
he drew it!
Oh, he has it! Broken Concentration counters the Chasm and means that he gets to survive.
He drew it off of the clue activation. He had no cards in hand, remember? He played his last card in hand, stacked the clue, and he drew into it. I mean, he did have an extra draw there through the Reckless Scholar, but that was an insane draw for Alexander Hayne.
Wow. Fantastic stuff. And really just bought him maybe the game.
Yeah, indeed. I don't think Raph Levy has any more Magmatic Chasms in his deck. Looking at his deck list. Nope, just boarded into one. And now he's going to really struggle to win the game. And there's not that much time left in the round as well. I mean, Alex Hayne will just slowly overpower Raph, but it's just going to take a while. Neither player wants to draw here. There's a Sanguinary Mage.
Yeah, they're both at that very sketchy X and 2 record where a draw can really set them back.
Yeah, the Twitch chat is certainly enjoying that Broken Concentration off the top. We see
they're
you.
loving that.
Yeah, of course.
Pure skill there from Alexander Hayne.
Wrecked, of course.
Oh yeah,
that's another classic. Okay, yeah, he's going on the offensive here. Stonewing Antagonizer.
Nice.
Nice, I learned that on Friday.
That was really good.
Yeah, if you guys don't know it, oh wow, Rabbit Bites post combat, very nice as well.
Yeah.
You guys don't know that I spent Friday studying all the cards on their flipped side as well, and even had to ask for some pronunciation help from Marshall here. He was just sitting at his computer and just like confirming if I'm pronouncing it right. Even then, we figured out we didn't do everything right.
No, there's always some weird stuff.
Yeah.
This set has a lot of words that are English but don't pop up that often in English.
They sound German as well.
Indeed.
A lot of them. So what can Raph Levy do here? Because I know he has not a Stensia Massacre. Okay, here's Ghostly Wings. So at least he can start getting through with his Amber Eye Wolf. So that's going to be 6 damage. Not shabby against the tapped out Alexander Hayne.
Okay.
So he'll probably leave his Antagonizer to block there. What can Alex Hayne do here except stay back. He has a big board presence. Stealing that Sanguinary Mage was so good.
Yeah, that was
turn.
massive.
Using all his mana. Okay. So it's just like, I have lethal.
And you're tapped out.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Rafa was tapped out, and I think Alex just like, I'll swing at everything. You'll block these guys, and the other ones kill you. So.
And Raf said, "I agree with you."
Yeah, he
Let's
wants
go to
to
game 3.
He wants to save some time. There's only 10 minutes left in the round, even though Raf Levy's deck is fairly fast. He just wants to make sure he's not the one guy with a draw, because I think a draw eliminates both players, if I'm not mistaken, from top 8 contention.
I would assume so. At a little over 2,000 players originally starting the tournament here, I don't usually X and 2s ends up being about that cutoff. So we're gonna get a game 3 though.
Indeed. And there's a lot of fans for both players.
I
right?
see that. I see Raf go Raf go Hayne in the chat.
But I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, Alexander Hayne is one of the most likable people on the Pro Tour. A lot of Canadian and American buddies, so part of team face-to-face games. But Raf Levy is the marquee player, right? Hall of Famer. He's the player with the most Pro Tour appearances, total and consecutive.
I had to tell my my friend Woodrow, who's playing in the event, all of these things that you're just mentioning, because he played against Raf yesterday, and he's jet lagged a bit, and he couldn't place him. He's like, I know this guy, but I don't remember where from.
Okay.
And so he asked Raf, do you play a lot of these? He asked Raf. I'm like, that guy has more pro points than literal anybody on the planet. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I remembered him after we started playing. Because he didn't see his name.
Of course, yeah.
But it was pretty funny. Asking Raf if he plays a lot of Magic tournaments.
Yeah, Raf. I don't know how many lifetime Planeswalker points the Raf has. Because I know some of the players there in the top played a lot of Magic over the years as well. Especially the GPs.
I think Shuhei or somebody has the most, but Raf has the most pro points, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rafa has the most pro points.
And I think also the most pro tours played.
Yes, and yes, for sure.
Yeah.
He took that title over from I think Kai a couple of years ago, because Kai stopped playing everyone.
Yeah.
Every single one, and I think John Finkel also had a lot, but he also had John had this little break and only started playing again a few years ago.
Right.
See, no 2-drop from Raf. That's very strange. He has so many Sanguinary Mages and Embry Wolves that not playing a 2-drop is really strange.
Oh, Alex has one. He's got a Hinterland Logger.
Yeah, and it's actually only one of 2 2-drops from Alex.
Alex's deck.
Yeah, he is this and the Limehole Pacifist.
So currently that wolf cannot block, and Alex is going to take advantage of that fact and crack in there for a couple of damage.
Okay, Reckless Scholar.
He's got a Reckless Scholar as a follow-up play. This is looking pretty good for Alex.
This is a perfect dual shot scenario. But
oh, wow, it sure
Raf
is.
Levy has no dual shots in his main or sideboard. That card has impressed me very much in blue-red decks.
Me too. I went through the card list and looked at the cards that it killed. There's a lot of very relevant cards that it kills. I still think you want to prefer to have it in your sideboard, but
sure.
But when you bring it in, I think that it can do very, very well. All right, hey, there's somebody in the chat rooting for us now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
awesome.
It's not just Alexander Hayne and Raf Levy. It's commentators too. So.
Oh, sweet. Finally.
Yeah.
We get some acknowledgement, right?
Yeah. And I feel like we're winning.
Okay, yeah, we're winning. This format is so great to cast. Yeah. It's all the games are interesting. There's a lot of big swings, good rares, but a lot of good answers as well. It's awesome.
More drafts to come today, by the way, for those of you watching at home. If you missed our earlier drafts today, fear not. We will be watching drafts after this, and then, of course, for the top 8 as well. So if you're wondering how to play this format and how things play out, you're going to get that information. Here comes the Halpak Wolf for 3. It's going to drop Alex down to 17. And it looks like a Reckless Scholar for Raf Levy as well.
And Raf Levy can really put that Reckless Scholar to good use. He has a Fiery Temper in his hand, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind cycling through his draws a little there. But maybe Alex Hayne can steal the Reckless Scholar.
He's
and you
gonna
see,
steal it.
Yeah, he banged the table as well. It's like, oh man,
mine. That's so insane.
Yeah, and Alex's deck, I don't think it's that great, and I think Raf should be like sit pretty good in this sort of matchup. But Alex actually drawing pretty well. He doesn't have a fourth land though.
That's true.
But with double Reckless Scholar, I'm sure he's going to get there.
Can find one if he wants.
Mm.
And now Raph
This is a good play too. Look at what Raph is going to do here.
What is he going to do?
He's going to Ghostly Wings his Reckless Scholar.
Okay. His own Scholar.
Yeah, the one that was stolen.
Okay.
And then he's going to bounce it by discarding a card.
Okay.
He's going to Fire Temper the other Reckless Scholar.
That was sweet. Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah, and he's still going to get the swing in for 4 here because he also has the Ember Eye Wolf.
Wow, that turn from Raph was fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was great. Alex.
We were just talking
What
about
a
like
huge
swing.
swing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. The funny part is that both players have had Reckless Scholars and only one of them has been activated one time.
Yeah.
And now they're gone. I mean, they'll be one again
God.
shortly, but the Reckless Scholar fight is very real. There is land number 4 for Hane.
This game has been great. Ghostly Wings, yeah? A lot of people on the fence about the card.
Yeah, but I have seen players here seem like they're pretty into it. So
fine, but a good blocker though for
yeah, he's
Alex.
got the patrol up now. That can get him a little bit of advantage here. It's also going to keep that wolf at bay potentially, or the Ember Eye Wolf, that is. No, both in.
Yeah, and I know why, because Raph has a very good scenario of cards in his hand. If there's in such a situation, he just trades here, and he doesn't have to pump. He can play the 5/4. But if he was forced to pump the Ember Eye Wolf, he could have played the Reckless Scholar.
Oh, very nice.
Both were like good enough.
Good mana efficiency plays,
Exactly.
good sequencing from Raph. So he does play the Gatstaff Arsonist before passing the turn back as Drown Yard Explorers for Alexander Hane. No 5th mana for him as he passes the turn back. And this could start to get sketchy for Hane if he can't find a way to interact with the creatures going down the line here. Blue-green, as we know, can have some issues with that. I mean, they did give blue some nice stuff. Sleep Paralysis is a legitimate removal spell that blue doesn't often have access to. Here's Tormenting Voice now for Raph Levy. But it looks like he's kind of planning out how things might go here.
Why is he paying just 1 mana?
I don't know why he's only paying 1.
He's probably thinking like which one he wants to tap.
He must have said, look, I'm going to play this. I haven't decided what the other color of mana is yet. This, of course, the small details that pop up. You can see in his hand, it's not super relevant, but he has to figure out, well, what might I draw and what might I need to cast here?
And I know what he can draw. He can draw Magmatic Chasm, so he can actually...
Magmatic Chasm puts him pretty close.
Yeah, he can... if Alex taps out next turn, he can win. He can win the game. Yeah, he has exactly 10.
Yeah, exactly.
On the board.
No attack here. Passes a turn back, and like you said, if Alex puts the shields down, that could be the end of him. No, he's got a Rabid Bite to take out the Scholar.
Okay, that's a start.
That's a good start. And he's also got a Lambholt Pacifist.
Ember Eye Wolf for the win. No, just a bunch of lands.
He's so close.
Yeah.
Now, does Raph start to craft his game plan around this Magmatic Chasm? Does he just say, look, I'm going to just wait until I have the requisite power and then go for it?
I think so, because he can't really attack with his 5/4 efficiently here. He can turn it into Menace.
Yeah, 6/5 with Menace now.
But suddenly he has to face off against the 4/4 as well. So actually Alex has some good double blocks too against the Menace guy. So.
But again, if Alex just like taps out for a 5-drop here, that's it, right?
No, it's 1 short. Because
it's 9. You're right. Yeah. Wow.
So again, Ember Eye Wolf for the win.
Oh, this has been a great game.
But never mind.
Graphmole changes that math significantly, and you look, Alex does have 2 clues sitting on the battlefield.
Yeah, this game is so swingy.
It is. Looks like it's starting to slip away from Raph, but it's certainly not over yet. He has been so close, and Alex was way far ahead after that welcome to the fold, and
the Ghostly Wings have
swung back the other way. Exactly.
It's been awesome.
That was a great play. Alex has left up a blue and a green representing just the wind as well as the clues.
Raph actually has a spell in his hand, but I didn't get to see what it was apart from the Magmatic Chasm. He has land something in Magmatic Chasm. So now Alex he cannot play the counter spell.
He cannot.
So I think we're still in Alex's turn. Oh, okay, no, never mind. So he has the press the advantage.
Press the advantage. Okay, so this could help push through a lot of damage.
Clue for Raf.
I have a clue. Gonna tap down the 4/4. Crack the clue, it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you find?
I think he found a mountain.
Okay.
I don't think it really helps him. He needs a creature.
And he still doesn't have a good attack thanks to the 2/4s sitting on Alexander's side. They're really giving him the option for some pretty nice double blocks.
And I don't think he wants to expose his the Gatstaff Ravager. No, but actually he's going for it. Look at that.
Wow.
So
Alex, before blocks or anything, is going to sacrifice a clue and gain 3 life. And then try to map out this next turn. Raf's at 16 life.
Yep. So
Alex took it all?
yeah, he took. Raf played the chasm
He played the chasm first. Sorry, I
and
missed that.
and put Alex down to
Understood.
4.
Okay, so he's going to go for it to get him down to 4, but now he's got to find a way to push through this last 4 damage, that's very difficult.
Yep. One thing that Raf has in
I
his
should say last 7 damage also.
one thing that Raf has in his deck, which is good for him, is Burn from Within.
Okay.
So
I
that
don't think that's going to get it done.
it's
here,
actually lethal, exactly lethal.
though. Is it?
Yes, he has the land in hand as well. So
Oh,
if he
okay.
would draw the Burn from Within, it would be enough even through
Oh, this is
the Wrath
interesting.
Maul. And this has been a great
Stancia
draw.
Masquerade. Now that changes everything.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, that's confirmed suspicions.
Confirmed suspicions, just spewing clue tokens onto the battlefield here and countering the Masquerade. And that could have
Jeez.
been the play that wins the game for Alexander Hayne, because that represents effectively 12 life just stored up for him there.
And so many cards.
Oh my god, that's insane.
And so it looks like now Raphael might be like priced into attacking with the Ravager, with the 6/5 Ravager. But this is sick. Like Raf Levy just missed one beat, like one turn.
Yep.
And suddenly it's all going wrong. No, he can't even attack here.
No attacks whatsoever. And Alex he's got a lot of options, but one of his options is just to sort of take this turn off to crack a bunch of clues and gain a bunch of life. Start off by going up to 7, drawing a card.
No, Alex now has a lot of time.
Yeah, here we go. Make it 10, draw another card. Do it again? Oh yeah, let's just do it again. So he does exactly that. He takes a turn off to draw 3 cards and gain 9 life.
Hey, and now he can put a creature into play through with the Briarbridge Patrol. You don't get to see that
That's
actually.
insane. I haven't actually seen that happen yet.
Yeah, it's happening now.
This is actually happening. Look, Rap's like, what does that do?
Watcher in the web.
Watcher
Good
in
blocker.
the web. Wow. Alexander Hayne.
Back from the dead.
That's insane, man. I can't believe he just activated that Briarbridge Patrol.
He just gained 9 life, drew 3 cards, and put a free creature
a
in play.
5-drop for free.
And here we
there's
go.
Tireless Tracker. All right, this one is slipping away very quickly from Raph Levy. I can't imagine him coming back from this, and he can't either. He's going to extend the hand, and Alexander Hayne finishes it. And Raph can only shake his head. He was so close on so many times to actually finishing it off, but he couldn't quite get there. All right, hands on head for Raph, a tough loss, and a great win for Alex. That's going to do it for round 12 here from Barcelona.